about how to estimate your new cost of living. And I wanted to give you a few tips to help you out with that. So if you're joining live, say hi. I will greet you properly as well. And so this past 2 weeks now, I've been going live every day, Monday through Friday. And the goal is to keep going for the next 2 weeks as well. So if you have any topic ideas for me, let me know in the comments. That way I'll see if I can cover those topics as well. But today I was thinking about, okay, how do you estimate the cost of living? There are different ways to do it. And I've talked about that in other videos. And so you can use websites like numbeo.com or the Earth Awaits as well. These are great resources because those are websites that compile data from other expats that live in the location that you're looking into. And I think that it gives like the cost of living for different categories like rent, if you're in the suburbs, if you are in the city, a studio apartment, like 4 bedroom apartment, like different criteria as well. Okay, so that's a great resource. Another resource that you can use in order to estimate your cost of living is obviously to ask people directly. So going into Facebook groups or people that you already know who are on the ground, like friends or other people that you might know, colleagues that might be at the destination, and looking at their budget, their monthly budget, and see how it compares to your family situation. Like if they're a family and if you're a family as well, so that is comparable. But if they're single and you're coming with a family, you're gonna have to make some adjustments. So that's another way to do it. And another thing that I do as well, two things that I do. One is using social media, like for example, Instagram, and looking at influencers in a way, or people who do content but who are local to the destination, and looking at places they go to. Like they might not go to the fancy places, like the most expat like places, but like the place where locals would go. And then so I kind of stalk them a little bit, and I look at where they go, what they do, what kind of activities they do, like things that they do in their vlogs or Instagram reels. And then I look at the places, like the restaurants they go to, and then I check out the restaurants and I check out the prices on the menus and things like that. So it gives me an idea of, local prices instead of inflated prices or prices that are more like for expats. And so you have a more realistic view and idea of what the cost of living would be like for things like going to the market, or going to supermarkets, or going to the movie theater, or going to certain restaurants and to bars, different things like that. So that's another way to do it. And the last way that I wanted to share as well, and this is something that you probably do here as well, is looking at the weekly ads for your store. Whether you go to HB, Kroger, Walmart, whatever store you go to, you usually look at the weekly ads, right? So today I was looking at some ads. And so that's something that I do as well for the destination. So whenever I was, like a few months ago before I went to Paris, I was looking at the weekly ad for the stores that were close to my Airbnb, so that I know that, okay, these are the stores that are around where I'm going to stay. When I go there, this is what I can expect to pay for cheese, for ham, for whatever things that I would need for that week. Same thing for you for the destination that you're going to. And if you're looking at, I don't know, like any city in Panama or any city in Thailand, and looking at the supermarket in the city in that area, and then looking at the weekly ads to have a more realistic idea of the prices of common goods like soap, milk, anything basic like that, eggs, how much these are, and then giving you an idea of, this is how much you can expect to pay because you're a family, or even if you're traveling just by yourself. But it gives you a very realistic idea of what your budget can be like. Also, looking at other stores, so not just food stores, but like maybe for equipment or furniture, or it's like a store like Costco, for example, how much a desk would be like, or how much a car would be like going to a dealership websites or things like that. That will give you a more realistic idea of the local price instead of just relying on things like Numbeo or the Earth Awaits, because you don't really know exactly where the data is coming from, right? So it's better to go to the source and look at real data from real store, real people who live there. That way you have a very realistic view of what your numbers can be like. And knowing that these can fluctuate, but at least you have a good idea of what you spend here in your budget, like your monthly budget, and what you might spend at your destination based on the same things that you buy. And also knowing that, let's say, for example, Nutella. If you buy Nutella here, maybe you're going to have a local brand of chocolate spread that might be equivalent, and that will be a lot cheaper because Nutella might be imported, so it might be probably will be a lot more expensive than Nutella here in the US, right? So knowing these nuances can really help you with your budget and better estimating your cost of living at your new destination. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this quick tips. That's something that I just thought about it since I was looking at my local weekly ad for my local store, and I was like, you know what, that's something that I've done as well for the destinations that I'm considering. And so that's a quick tip that I wanted to share with you guys today. All right, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will come back tomorrow with another topic related to moving abroad and making that possible as a family. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.